Yeah.
Being contented
Yes.
and having no ambition are two very different things. Right, so it's a sunny day today, June 10, Saturday. Right now we're here in SSRC Silent Sanctuary Reserve Campgrounds. We're camping in the grasslands area where we have a lot of restrooms. We have the second floor balcony na pwede kang tumambay. In fact, some of our people slept there last night. May bubong just in case umulan. There are a lot of nice teas here. There are a lot of things that will make camping a lot easier here, and I'm here right now to tour you. Wala pa palang gear tour na nagawa before. So I'm going to show you some of the gear that we bring. It's not a lot, it's not very fancy naman, but we've had this since 2019 sa Land Cruiser, which is our base camp. And this Jeep Rubicon, we had this just this year, January. So both of them are built by Overland Kings. Thank you to Joel Pedro, who really thought of a lot of the things that we have here and who brainstormed with me kung ano ilalagay natin at ano yung magiging helpful sa camp. Because we're running 2 rigs now, the Jeep is the lead usually on the road, and then the Land Cruiser is the follow car, but it's also the base camp. Okay, so first off, I will tour you here with the Land Cruiser because this one, 2019 pa to, pre-pandemic, nasimulan na namin yung planning nito, and I am blessed and fortunate enough that we have a stock pa. Joel has stock of this 2001 Land Cruiser LC100 Dubai version. So maybe we'll start from the front. The front is a bumper that is just, actually this is not even ARB. I think this is just generic bumper, and even the rear bumper, generic lang ako. So hindi na kami nag-ARB, hindi na kami nag-branded because it's still steel, still pretty hard, pretty tough, and pwedeng i-load yung ham radio, pwedeng magka-fog lights, pwedeng ilagay yung alien lights kung tawagin ni Joel. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung tawag talaga dito, pero napakalakas na beam lights nitong dalawa. When we drive at night, nung inaabot akong gabi, dati ako nagda-drive nitong Land Cruiser kasi wala pa yung Jeep, madilim talaga. Especially if you're going to campsites, a lot of campsites don't have road, they don't have lamp lights on the road. So madilim talaga pag gabi. And as long as wala kang kasalubong, you can turn on your beam lights and the drive is really, really good kasi kitang-kita mo talaga all the way. So this one, very strong lights. Just make sure you use it while driving kasi malakas siyang kumain ng battery. And then we have our Kings winch right here. Thank God I've never had the need to use it. Pero pag may na-stock, pwede nating i-winch out. Dahil dalawa na yung rigs natin, magandang may tig-isang winch yan. Para kung na-stuck sa mud, sa sand, or kailangan lang hatakin out of a sticky situation yung kotse, it's pretty easy to do that using a winch. So the winch is here. And this is where the hook is going to be. Pretty big hook, pretty heavy. I haven't been able to use it, thank God, but if we need to use it, we'll surely get it on cam, sana. And then we have here the ham radio antenna. So nagpakabit ako ng ham radio because when we do convoy, both on the lead rig and the base camp, we usually have to do comms. If we didn't have a radio, I would have to go down the car or call via messenger, which, you know, it's not that easy. Pag ham radio, isang pindot mo lang, you can communicate na. Easy for us to understand what's happening with each other. So that's the beauty of having comms while on the road. I cannot recommend it enough. Also, dahil 3 cars kami coming here, bumili din ako ng Motorola na walkie-talkie. I just tried it out. I don't know how far it can go, kung kaya bang 2 kilometers kagaya ng ham radio. Pero we use the 3-way radio of Motorola, and that's actually pretty darn good. Medyo malayo yung reception niya and very easy to use. I'll show you the Motorola in a few. Actually, kunin na natin yun para madali. Ayan. So this radio, super easy to use. You can buy it in Lazada. It's nothing fancy. Matagal ang battery the entire trip, which I think we had to go for 3 hours. We use this. You can charge it USB-C sa likod. And it's also waterproof, that's what they say. Also, when you're camping tapos malayo yung campsite nyo, dun sa CR or sa liguan or sa lutuan, pwedeng naka-radio kayo. So one of the radios will be there in the far end or in the other camp, and then one radio would be with you para hindi nyo kailangan sumigaw sa isa't isa. So that's the beauty of having walkie-talkies during camp. Kakasabi ko lang kanina, sunny day, alam ko, pero mabilis mag-change ang weather dito. So, humampas kanina malakas na ulan tsaka thunderstorm. So, that's why I'm wearing a hat, and then medyo basa na rin kasi nagmamadali akong i-peg itong awning natin. Because this one was, I bought it 2019. Actually, bugbog na siya. So, meron ng rip dito. You can see my fingers going through there. So, it's already ripped. And yeah, it's tried and tested. This is a Kings 270-degree awning. And if you are aware of your awnings and tents, pinakamaganda talaga every 2 years pinapa-waterproof yan. Eh ako hindi ko pa napapa-waterproof. So tumutulo na siya dito. So unless I do this, I have to tie it and peg it down para the water will flow down na hindi siya magbubuntis dito and tutulo ng tubig. I always have to do this. So I have to tie it down. And kaya ito napunit, to be fair, because I tied it down in Beach Garage Campgrounds na dating nasa dulong-dulo si Beach Garage, nasa bagong location na siya ngayon. Pero dating nasa dulong-dulo siya, ang lakas talaga ng hangin dun. So I think that was a 45 km/h wind that hit our awning, and this got ripped. And the center of the awning there, I don't know what you call it, parang yun yung nag-hold ng mga bakal. Naputol actually isang bakal doon, pina-welding pa namin yung aluminum, medyo tricky. So thanks to Joel and his team for being able to repair that and being able to also fix this. Yeah, so this is the awning. It's held up 2019, so 4 years na siya. And then we have the Nito table. This one is a front runner table. It goes under the roof rack of the Land Cruiser. I'm using a front runner system, and that's also recommended by Joel, and so far I'm very happy with it. It has been able to hold our iCamper king size tent. So that's fitting 4 people. Kayang-kaya makatulog 4 packs doon. I sleep with my kids there and my wife, so walang problema, and it's very comfortable. We have a memory foam mattress there, and I'm always a good sleep there. And then for our water container, we have the Moby Garden here. This one you can buy off of Lazada. So far I'm very happy with it. It's very easy to use, very easy to fill, very easy to carry. And then we have the ProQuip Australian containers. This one's supposedly for diesel or gas, whatever it is. It's not for drinking water. So we just put extra water here since hindi naman talaga ako naglo-long trip na parang bubuong Luzon or buong Pilipinas na road trip, no? So I don't really need to put extra diesel here. So I just made it extra water container if you want to wash extra sets of plates kung wala masyadong tubig yung campsite. And then we have the green one as well, nasa taas lang. That one we use for drinking water. That one is really built for drinking water. So very good din yun. I'm very happy with it. In fact, I bring it even if we're going to be staying overnight or 2 nights sa hotel. Dala-dala ko yun kasi minsan sa hotel nakakahiya hingi ng tubig. So I just bring that and use that for our hydration needs. So we have this rear, I don't know what you call this, rear steel bar or rear steel bumper or rear bull bar. I don't know what you want to call it. So hindi ako sobrang fanatic sa Overland, as you can tell, kasi marami akong terms na hindi alam. But it's been very helpful in carrying our spare tire, our max tracks, and our water containers. So I really like this one. This one's been very, very helpful for me in our camping trips. And it's also generic. It's not branded. It's not ARB. It's just China made, I think. And that's what we put there to save on costs. So this is the Mammoth 45-liter ref. Very good yung power consumption niya, very low. In fact, I'm using, when I'm on the road, I'm just using the dual bat system to power this. And I usually set it lang on 5 degrees pag nasa on the road, Celsius. And when we're stationary, kasi ayokong ubusin yung dual bat, kasi yun din yung nagpa-power ng lights ko dito sa gabi and nung side lights natin. So I don't wanna finish that up, so I bring a small power station, but that's enough to power this. When we're stationary, I just set it to maybe 8 degrees, 9 degrees. Hindi ko na siya 5 degrees kasi baka maubos agad yung battery. So to save on power, usually we camp 2 nights lang naman. We don't usually camp for more than that. I put it on 8 degrees, 9 degrees para malamig pa rin pero power saver. And maybe at night, if you want cold drinks talaga, then you can lower down the degrees para malamig yung ref talaga. But it'll consume more power, so before you sleep, maybe increase the degrees na lang para yung compressor mas tipid. Okay, so obviously I have the pull-out system. This is the Titan drawer system. This got installed when I bought the Land Cruiser from Joel. So they installed this, one of the first versions, well, not first, but the earlier versions. In fact, yung power station ko na to, baka hindi na nga nila ginagamit, which is the Kings inverter. I'm using the Kings 1,500 watt power inverter. So that's been there for the longest time, and it's connected to the dual battery system. Okay, so napakagulo, pero anong laman ng mga drawer system natin? I have my 10-peg hammer. I have a dehydrator here, which I bought it off of Lazada lang. So this one helps. Kasi if you don't dehydrate your stuff, if it's rainy, nabasa yung loob, magmo-molds yan. And you wouldn't want molds in your gear. So I usually have a dehydrator here, which I charge para uminit, para sumingaw lahat ng moist. And then I put it here in the drawer, so it doesn't moist up, so it doesn't get moldy. And I have my tent ropes, so that's very handy. I have my handyman tools. You have a wrench, screwdrivers, good stuff. I have my shovel here, but the SOG shovel. I have never used it, thank God. But if ever that the wheels get stuck on mud or on sand before you put in the max tracks, you always have to shovel up some of the sand or the mud. Kasi if you don't, sira yung max tracks na ngipin. Then we have some lighters, good stuff. I don't want to go through all that junk. So I have my personal stuff here. It's usually clothes and my toiletries, some fans that I have. Usually where I put my Bible as well. Always have to go with that for your daily spiritual needs. And then we have the water bidet. So this one, yeah, pwede pa. Mahaba to. Maabot yan hanggang dito sa shower awning, shower tent, shower enclosure. And there are campsites na malayo talaga yung liguan or wala masyadong privacy. Medyo manipis yung curtain. So we just take a shower here. And where does the water come from? It comes from there. This tank is a pretty big tank. I forgot how many liters of water that is, but that can give you 4 to 5 showers. Kung titipirin mo, baka umabot ka pa ng 6 showers. Kung magastos ka sa tubig, mga 3 showers lang yan, tapos na yan. This one is a Mammoth shower awning or shower tent, whatever you want to call it. Very, very helpful. I really like this install. I really love how this just unfolds and how you can easily use it to change your clothes, and sometimes you use it to take a shower. In fact, when we were in Rio Magdalena, dito ako naliligo. And it's super easy to take a shower here, especially with my shower bidet just super near, kayang hatakin. May lalagyanan din siya ng shampoo, sabon dun sa loob, and pwede mong isabit yung damit mo dito. It just zips up and down when you want to enter, you just zip it up. There you go, and pwede ka na pumasok. We have this egg roll table. This one's off of Lazada. I'm sure you can find it yourself. I don't remember the brand. So far, very happy with it. Very easy to set up, very easy to pack up. And pwede siyang mabasa, walang problema. Natanggal na yung isang kahoy dyan. I just need to staple it back together. Or maybe screw it in with a small screw. I think a screw would be better. Pero hindi halata na may tanggal na. Madali na siya ibalik actually. Now we do have the Frontrunner Wolfpack here, Wolfpack box. This one is weatherproof kasi pwede siya pang camera gear. But we don't usually put camera gears here. We put anything here. So right now, we put our drinks there, some ramen, some bread. And it's weatherproof. I'm very happy with this and it's stackable. I have 2 of these. I always bring them with me. And even if I'm checking in a hotel, believe it or not, I bring 1 or 2 with me because I bring stuff here. So this one is a net, super cheap stuff. You can buy this off of Lazada, but it's so helpful because this is where we put our pillows and beddings whenever we go camping. So, super helpful siya, doubly helpful kasi kung inaantok na yung kids habang nasa biyahe, they can just get a pillow here or get a blanket here and use it. This is something that I installed with Joel. I wanted it because it's going to make it a lot easier for me to get stuff from the sides. And it's the MO wing for LC100. So medyo naging parang pick-up style na yung kotse. So, I like it doubly because there's empty space here usually. And sayang naman tong space na to pag hindi nagagamit. But because of the MO wing, it's easy for me to put stuff here. But usually, itong maliit na space na to, we just put extra tents here. So, extra ground tents, which we use. So, these are the light controls. Before, wala to. And I only have switches here, down here. The side roof lights are still down here kasi ang gamit nun is yung dual bat. Itong tatlo, ang gamit nito yung main bat. So I don't like using the main bat kasi yun din yung starter battery mo. I like using the dual bat kasi that's battery really for gear and technical stuff that you have installed. But nagpalagay ako ng light bar tsaka ng rear light dahil naka super black tint ako, medyo mahirap makita pag nagre-reverse. So rear lights na nakalagay sa roof rack, diagonally on both sides, that helps a lot. And isang pindot lang dito, bumubukas na siya. And then we have the light bar and the front beam lights here as well. Makes it so easy for me while driving to control them. And we have the ham radio here for when driving. Dali lang gamitin. You can just get it, pull it. It's a magnet. Very easy to use. This one is a Baseus diffuser. My wife likes to diffuse aromas, essential oils. I really like driving with essential oils. Makes the driving more relaxed for me. I think this one's like 900 something pesos. And very easy to use, very reliable. And you only need a USB port to run it. So if you're wondering what tires and mags I'm rocking and the suspension, we're using Old Man Emu suspension. It's the 2-inch lift and that's been done before I bought the vehicle as well. So thanks to Joel and his team for being able to do that right off the bat. And stock mags siya and stock tires siya when I bought it. So we changed it to Black Rhino. Konti lang yung Land Cruiser LC100 na mags. Dahil ano siya, 5 bolts siya. So there's not a lot of choices to choose from. I think there were only 5 choices to choose from, at least in Overland Kings when I went there. So this is one of the choices. I really like this style. It's mostly black, but there are silver linings there. And we're rocking the Nito tires. It's a 33 Ridge Grappler. And so far, very happy with it. I think I got this one 2021, if I'm not mistaken, and makapal pa siya. Di siya maingay, and it's It drives very well, either on road or off-road. So this one is the iCamper king-size roof tent. Really like, it's hard shell, so it's a lot less work when you wanna set it up. You just open it, push it up, take out the ladder. That's pretty much it. And it's a 5-minute setup. Ang matagal-tagal lang is yung pag-setup ng mga bar. Itong mga bar for the fly, the rain fly. So yun lang yung medyo matagal, pero even that is not too hassle. Super easy to set up, super easy to put back as well. I bought this when I bought the Land Cruiser, so 2019, matagal na to. So that's mostly it for the Land Cruiser. I'm not gonna take you upstairs na in the tent. There's a lot of reviews online about this tent. May mga sabitan, may sun or moon view pa siya na pwede mong i-zipper lang, so makikita mo yung moon and yung stars if you want. And then there's lots of pockets inside when you're in the tent to put stuff in before you sleep. The only thing about a roof tent, you have to make sure that you park in a flat area na hindi lopsided. So I think ngayon medyo yung harap pababa ng kotse kasi nafe-feel ko kagabi. When I roll to my left, medyo mas pababa siya. Kaya hindi pantay yung park namin ngayon. Pero it's not a big deal. I still slept very well. But if you're using roof tent, maganda if you always park flat. As in talagang flat surface. So you have the best sleep. So that's it for the Land Cruiser. Madami pang maliliit na gear na I'm not gonna get into right now. This is what we call base camp. So we always bring the Land Cruiser. This is where everything is done. It's where the creature comforts are. It's where I sleep. So lagi talagang dala si Land Cruiser kahit ano mangyari. Hope that was helpful. If you have your own camping rig, you have your own gear. Hope you were able to pick up something from what I shared. And if you did, please do help the channel by clicking the subscribe button, the like button, and the bell notification icon. That helps us a lot. And if it's not too much to ask, a share or two would also help a lot.
This can be a long list, but okay, I'll ask it. What books or podcast can you recommend to new leaders?
Books, dami.
Books,
Sobrang
yun
dami.
nga sabi ko sa'yo.
So I always share, of course, the Bible, that's a given. It is a must for me to read God's Word every day. 1 chapter a day, 5 minutes, done. Then, if you're a new leader, how to win friends and influence people. Because if no one likes you, they're not gonna get along with you. You can't influence them. They're not gonna be influenced by you. They're not gonna let you lead them. Wala, di kaya. So you read that book to learn how to be more influential in a way that you're genuinely interested in people and they like you better. Then the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. That's changed my life. I've read that 3 times. Another book for me that I've recently read that I really like, that's impacted my life right now, is Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday. Binigyan ko kayo ng copies nga niyan eh. Sana tapusin nyo.
Yep.
Kasi it's a really good book. So that helped me shift my perspective a lot about personal self-discipline, waking up earlier, sleeping earlier, exercising. So yeah. Those 3, hindi ko na pahabain kasi I keep recommending books in the podcast. If you're tuned in since 2019, ang dami ko nang nasabing books. But those 3 books definitely, and the Bible.
Okay, this one's new. How do you find the right mentor? And have you experienced finding a bad one?
Bad mentor?
Yeah.
For me, a bad mentor is someone who is not really willing to teach you with your best interest at heart.
Have you experienced it before?
Bad mentor. Look, the person only becomes a mentor if you allow him or her to be. And alam ko na pag kunyari, kontra sa principles ko yung tinuturo niya, I'm out. So, mentorship is a two-way street. If you're not willing to be mentored, then it's not a mentorship relationship. It's just an acquaintance relationship. Diba? When you say mentor, this person checks up on you, you can tap on his or her wisdom anytime, and then you're willing to be accountable on your results. That for me is what mentorship is about. So,
how do you find good mentors? You don't stick with just one because there's multiple aspects to your life. There's financial aspects, there's relationships, there's work, there's specializations, if any. So, in my life, I have multiple mentors. I have my discipler, si Pastor Joby. We still meet every Tuesday. I am discipled by him. I have Pastor Dennis as well, who really changed my life since my teenage years. And then I have sila Jason, sila Randall, yan, sila Marvin,
Correct.
who has mentored me in stocks and cryptocurrency. We're really good friends, but I also look up to them as a mentor because they're specialized in these areas and I need to learn from them. I also have si Sir Joey Marcelo sa Sante Barley, and then I learned from him about how to structure the performance bonus of our company. Actually, sa kanya ko nakuha yung structure natin. And then I have Miss Ana Tatlonghari of Ayala Land Premier now. She's part of Ayala Land Premier. And I learned from her how to structure promotions. Not just in title, but in financial promotion. So, different aspects of my life, different needs of my career, of what I do as CEO, different mentors.
Okay.
So, hindi naman kailangan isa lang yung mentor mo, dalawa lang eh. You can choose mentors based on what you need to learn. And then you respect them and you make sure that if they give you advice, you be accountable to it. If they ask you, oh, kamusta na? Ang pangit naman kung sagot mo lagi, ay, di pa ako nagsisimula eh. It cannot be like that. So, for example, if Joy Marcelo or Miss Ana Tatlonghari asks me, oh, kamusta na? Oh, I've done something about it. Di ba? May performance bonus na kami. And then yung evaluation structure, pinapalitan na namin this November, tapos na.
Correct.
Diba? Right? So,
Correct.
these things, you gotta do it. Ang hirap nung mentor ka, tapos you're pouring your life, your spirit into this mentee, and then whenever you ask that person, nothing's happening. Waste of time.
Correction. But I think this might be an eye-opener for you. Maybe there's
Yeah.
an other side that I don't think people find mentors naturally. Usually, why? It shows weakness nga naman. And
Yeah.
gusto mo ikaw yung humanap ng sagot, right? You want to be the one to find the answer for that. Kasi may konting pride eh, di ba?
Meron.
May konting pride eh.
But for me, the main reason why people don't look for mentors actively and intentionally is because of laziness. It's so easy to be lazy nowadays. Because lazy and tired Kasi connecting it to sa sinabi natin kanina na burnout, lazy and tired. Hindi lazy and well-rested. Lazy and tired. Intoxicated, pagod, galing party, babad sa telenovela, computer games, whatever. Pagod. And then lazy because you can look for mentors. And honestly, it's so easy to ask for a mentor to give at least 30 minutes or 1 hour of your time. They're usually very giving people. They're usually very giving people.
You just message them?
You just message them. But people don't do it because they're lazy. They'd rather just play computer games. They'd rather just watch Netflix at home. They'd rather autopilot eh. That's why when you use the word passive income sa finance, sobrang magnetic niya. Because people like passive life. Passive income, autopilot brain, passive, everything passive. People like passive stuff. But our life is not meant to live passively. It's meant to live intentionally. So you have to be intentional.
I've heard somewhere from YouTube or something that humans are made to be passive. That's something weird, right? Kasi you can hear anything from YouTube. Just
No, but you know,
you've
life
heard
can,
of that?
No, I have
humans are made to be passive.
I
din.
haven't. But
Passive living.
I don't deny and doubt that there are some human beings that live life passively. Pero sila yung mga pinakawalang nangyayari sa buhay nila. Sila yun. Those are those people. There's nothing happening. What we're doing now, this is not passive. This is intentional.
Yes, correct.
Bringing all of the camera gear, the lights, the crew, sila Lara, bringing all of this stuff, charging all of the freaking batteries, and daming battery na kailangan i-charge.
Hard work.
This is intentional.
Yep.
It's not passive.
Ito yung isa sa mga mindsets na nagka-counter. Mahilig kasi ako mag-ganito eh. Parang pag may nag-reason out sa akin, ika-counter ko ng this is also a mindset that
Oh.
you can use.
Yeah.
How about, being content? Ito, napaka to, it's been with me for a long time. Being contented in life. So, why do you need to work hard? You just need to be contented in life. Ito, yeah.
Being contented
Yes.
and having no ambition are two very different things. So, for example, if you ask me, Sean, if you die right now, are you content with your life? And I will tell you straight up, yes, I'm content. If God takes me home right now, I'm happy with everything. But if you tell me, then do you have hopes, dreams, and ambitions? I will also tell you, yes, I have hopes, dreams, and ambition. And I'm working towards that. So, it's contentment is an inner state.
Mm-hmm.
Ambition is a set of goals that you still want to achieve or get to.
Okay.
It's not mutually exclusive. It can both exist at the same time.
Okay.
And I think that it is actually very healthy for a person to have both contentment and ambition. Actually, for me, the best leaders are leaders who are both contented and ambitious. Hindi yung contented and wala na, parang chill na siya sa buhay.
Mm.
Kailangan may ambition ka. If you don't have ambition, you're not gonna move. You're not gonna be able to move mountains. You're not gonna be able to move people to where they want to be. Because people want to get from point A to point B. People aspire.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when we have some of the most expensive stuffs being sold, even if it doesn't make sense to buy them, people want to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Because people aspire to greater things. And if you don't have ambition, you can't move them. You have to have both.
Note that down. If someone tells you to be content with your life, you have to answer.
Yeah.
You have to have ambition as well.
Yeah. Minsan kasi contented and
Ambition.
complacent eh.
Oh, yun nga.
Contented and complacent.
Correct.
Iba yun. Complacent is, sa Tagalog, ang complacent is kampante ka na.
Mm.
Diba? Hindi pwedeng ganun eh.
Correct.
Doon nagsisimula yung pagbaba ng life mo eh. Kung kampante ka na.
You lose ambition. Yun yan.
You lose ambition, you're more prone to doing stupid things, temptation. Kampante ka na eh. It cannot be like that. You have to still be on your toes. You have to have ambition.
Okay.